Hello world. It's late at night. It's Tuesday night, I believe. The days get confused after a while, especially when school starts, because I just know days I have to be at class and days I don't have to be at class. That's how it usually is in college. As I said, class started. Sorry, there's like a cat hair or something on me. Um, it's not stressful. Being an art major now, it's kind of easier for me to like enjoy class because I'm actually doing something I want and learning things I want to learn. Um, you know, Before in psych, I really felt that I wasn't learning anything, significant to who I was and what I was interested in. I really felt that it like the beginning it was fun. I was learning about abnormal psychology and child psychology and social psychology and human sexuality and all this stuff. And then the boring stuff happened: statistics and analysis and t-tests and stuff like that. And to be honest, what I want to do with my life, that stuff has absolutely no relevance to me. I'm not going to be doing research. Okay, that's just not my thing. I want to be more hands on. I'm not going to be sitting there writing journals and papers and stuff like that. That's just not my bag. I want to be out on the field. I want to be out like doing things. So that killed it for me for psychology. Not to say I didn't learn anything from the psychology that I took. I did take a lot from it, but some of those classes kind of killed it for me. Um, One thing I've been trying to adjust to is the fact that I'm up very early in comparison to the rest of the usual college campus alike people. Being a coach, I'm up at 6. I have to be on campus at 6 a.m. My day starts at 5 in the morning. I have to get my stuff together. I have to pack my lunch, get my clothes, prep, get everything together for school, for work, for practice. I'm used to that kind of lifestyle. I'm just still adjusting to the whole idea that I'm up before the sun. Because summer happened and I was on my schedule. School happens, I'm on their schedule. Kids complain about having class at 8 and 7 in the morning. I'm out there training at 6 a.m. with the team, okay? That's a struggle and it's painful, but it's worth it for me because not only am I training with the girls, I'm actually training myself too and learning things down the line, because this is not going to be the only time I'm going to be coaching. I want to continue coaching, so I'm learning things. I'm still getting my feet wet, and that's really what I'm doing right now is basing my technique. And apparently I'm old school, as one of my former teammates told me. I don't do things delicately, but that's how I was coached. I was coached hard. Like, that was how it was. I had coaches who were like, here's the workout, do it. No questions asked. You complained, why are you complaining? Do work. That's how I was coached. I was coached to just get through it, and it would help you be a better athlete. And I wasn't taught, oh, how are your feelings? You don't feel good? No, that didn't fly. No, that did not fly. With coaches like Pam Kelly, Rick Mayberry, and like Vandenbush, that did not happen. Okay, there was no chattering, there was no socializing. There was come in, stretch, warm up, get to work. That's how it happened. That's what I'm used to. I'm used to the strictness of training, and it's just not to say that the head coach at Cal State is bad. He just has different methods that I'm used to, and it gives leeway for people who have complexes and diva attitudes to take advantage of. So I have to bring my game face out when I go out there to deal with them. Some of them don't like it, some of them do. I really don't care. I'm not there to make friends. I'm there to do a job. That's just how this works. I'm fine with that. And what sucks about it is that I want to be consistent, but I have to work and pay bills. So I have to do the opening shift at the rec. Excuse me. So that's I can't go to practice those days, but I try to be out there as much as I can. That's my contribution to the team. Okay, where are we? Talked about school. Talked about closed-mindedness at the last blog. Doing my list. This stuff I'll talk about. This stuff right here I'll talk about later. Okay, where are we at? My last entry, which was a written entry, I talked about normalcy. I don't know what that is. I wish I could tell you what the word normal means. I don't know. I don't think I'm normal by the standards of this society and this culture and this community that I live in. But then again, I don't think normal exists. What I took from psychology was that nobody is a normal, healthy mental state. Everybody has a complex. And that kind of bothered me because, I think there's people out there that are perfectly fine. But how I read it and how I interpreted the literature was that everybody has something wrong with them. And I don't think that's the case. I think there are people that are just fine. But everybody has some type of borderline personality disorder or OCD or, insomnia or manic depressive. Everybody has an issue. I don't think that's the case for many people. I think there are people out there that have issues that need to be handled, some more severe than others, but I don't think everybody has a complex or everybody has a disorder. That's kind of frustrating because, there are people that are just fine. But with that being said, there's no normalcy in the practice. I don't think there's normalcy in society. I think there's just accepted general ideas, like gender ideas, ethnic ideas, stuff like that. I've been told many times that I don't fit anywhere. I know I don't fit anywhere. I've embraced it more so than I've, and being more embarrassed by it. When I was younger, it was kind of uncomfortable for me because I just didn't have a place. I got older and realized I didn't need a place. My place was me. I don't think I was ever the kind of person to fall into line because I didn't make the line. I didn't make those rules, so they don't apply to me. And I think if a lot of people saw social norms like that, I think people would be a lot happier. I think people are so afraid of disappointing each other and disappointing the people around them. When in reality, you're more respected when you're more yourself. Like, I understand certain things are hard to do. I understand people who, are trying to hide a part of themselves that they feel is so damaging to their, community that they have to conceal it. But, in the end, the only person you're lying to is yourself. And if you can't even be honest with yourself, then what really do you have? That's where I came up with something I wrote here. I came up with this while driving home tonight from the wreck. Because, everybody says lying is bad and we shouldn't lie, but in reality we all lie. Whether it's, how much we paid for, a t-shirt at the store, to where were you last night, to, government documents, to the most minor of things that are completely irrelevant to, the most severe. We lie on some level or another. I think it's just our job as people and try to, enhance ourselves as a person to reduce the incidence of lying. Because it's going to happen. Sometimes we don't even realize it. I know, the white lie, that happens. Sometimes I'm not even aware of it. I just say the first thing that comes out of my mouth, obviously, whether it's true or not, when it's relevant, what time did you wake up this morning, Erica? Instead of saying, 5:17, I'll say 5 o'clock. That's not painfully horrible. It's not the end of the world, but it's not the truth. But in that situation, it doesn't matter. But I think we have to be careful with lying. This is what I wrote. Lying's like drugs. At first, it's not so bad because you're not doing it so much, and you think you're not hurting anyone. But then the lies turn on you and they consume you. And you can't go about your daily life without them. So it's like being strung out on the drugs, but the drugs happen to be lying. So it turns out that the lies take over your life. You don't know where you begin and the constructs of your mind end. And that's where it gets frustrating, because I see that in a lot of people. And it's just like they fabricate who they are, they fabricate their life, and it's not always a good thing. It's weird. So, honesty begins with yourself. When you can be honest with yourself and what you are and who you are and what you want and what you need and what you feel you should be doing, then you can start being honest with other people. When I was really young, I came to the realization that it's just better to be honest, whether it hurts somebody or not. Because if you bullshit somebody long enough, they're going to catch on, and shit's going to go down hard. So just, try to be real with people. They'll respect you more. And sorry, I'm kind of tired, but that's irrelevant. So I hope everybody How's continues having a great evening, and I'll post later on, alright? Catch you on the flip side. Namaste.